Alright, so we're finally back. It's been a while. Haven't recorded anything since Thursday of last week. So, it's been chaotic. I wanted to get some stuff out earlier this week, but stuff went down. So, just behind the scenes stuff went down. But anyways, let's get right into it. The boys in blue and gold are at home for the second straight week, and we got UNC. Now, this is going to be interesting because UNC is a team that they're on a kind of a downhill slope compared to what they were expected to be. Howell's not exactly doing exactly what he was expected, but he's still having a good year. It's just the team around him hasn't been the most great, and he's relied heavily on Downs, who USC did the same thing with Drake London, and my problem with London was he was a little bit of a bigger receiver and didn't exactly know how to cover him. Downs is a smaller guy, a little bit of a faster guy, so I think that'll be a little bit easier to cover for this Notre Dame secondary. But running game may be a little bit of a concern this week. USC's not. It wasn't exactly a big run team that was going to kill you with it all day long. They were more just going to go to Drake London. I think UNC is going to be kind of the same this week, coming into South Bend. It's really going to be interesting to see the quarterback combos that come in this week because last week I expected Buckner to come in a little bit more, and he did. He only came in like the red zone a little bit, which is when you should put him in because I don't trust Jack Cohen as much as as much, if not even more than I trust Buckner, I don't trust him nearly as much as I do Buckner, if not about the same level, when he's in the red zone because he's made dumb plays. Cincinnati game, like when he threw the pick to Ahmad Gardner. So, I'd rather put in a dual threat than a guy who's going to fall forward in the pocket in the red zone because I trust Buckner that little bit more. Or even Pine. Pine I trust in the red zone. I trust anybody but Cohen, really. The line has jumped between Notre Dame 3 and 3.5, and I think it was 3 leading into the week, and then jumped up half a point. I still think this is a little bit low. I think it should be a little bit higher. Vegas was a little bit low last week too. Even I thought it was a good line. It was a little bit low, so I think this could be a little bit low too. I don't know. So this is going to be a big game if Notre Dame wants a New Year's Six berth in a bowl. If they want any sort of big bowl, they got to win out, and I think this will be key. Kyle Hamilton pinched a fat pad in his leg last week. Was up for the rest of for about the second half, or for the whole second half, a bit of the second quarter, I think. And he will be out tonight. DJ Brown is stepping in his spot alongside Houston Griffith, who's been doing it all year. We'll see how much that's going to hurt. So, with Kyle Hamilton out, the key here tonight is probably going to be Foskey coming around the edge, depending on if he's playing edge or rover. I think he's playing rover still. The other key on defense, or the other key in general, is probably going to be Kyron and Chris Tyree, who I think is back tonight. He should be. I'm not 100% sure. I have not gotten the update yet on the injury report, but I may as well check now, because that wouldn't be a bad idea, just to make sure my Twitter notifications aren't going crazy. But I don't know if he's going to be back. I've heard good things about he's back on track, but then again, this is Notre Dame. I don't necessarily trust them right now because, our luck with injuries this year hasn't been the greatest, but the keys on other than Kyron and Chris, and, well, if Estime and or Diggs get the time behind him, and Sebo a little bit if Tyree is out. The other key is going to be the freshman. Coltsy and Styles. Now, Deion Coltsy had a couple of receptions, was catching the ball, moving the chains last week. Lorenzo Styles got a couple targets. So I'm glad to see them getting incorporated into the game where you have Joe Wilkins go down and Lawrence Keys leave the team. Mayer needs to get into a bigger role. The people I was with at the Notre Dame game were saying that along with me. You got to embrace Mayer more where you can use him because he's good. He's one of the top tight ends in the nation for a reason. Use him while you have him because you won't have him for much longer. You'll have him for another year, probably. So you got to take advantage of it while you have it, or else you're not utilizing it properly. And I don't know, but it's all the one big key tonight is going to be just the quarterbacks. What's going to be the situation? Now, I think you're probably going to see another night like the USC game, where it's a lot of Cohen, a little bit of Buckner, and no Pine unless something changes, or Cohen just comes out and doesn't show up, or somebody gets hurt. But anyway, that's it. This is a preview into the Notre Dame UNC game. Somebody did bring up, am I streaming for this game? I thought about it, but I don't know. Probably not. But if anybody wants me to, just let me know in the comments. You know who I am. I will be back later in the week with more content.